first speaker for the day. That is, I will like to call Dr. Sankalp Vanjara sir as the first speaker, who would provide an insight on what is organ donation, how it occurs, and also give us an insight on how we can pledge for the same. If we can have a round of applause for them.
It's very important that all of us, all of you actually focus today on what we are going to tell you. I promise you it is not going to be a boring scientific talk. Although I am a doctor, I am not going to present something very scientific and boring. It's something which would interest you, and you should take home a message from this session today, so that in the future, you are all youngsters, you are the future of the country. I see there are so many foreign citizens also. So actually the audience here is the future of the world, I would say. And if you carry the message with you today about organ donation, and if you can propagate it well amongst all your friends, family members, contacts in the future, we can definitely make a big difference to this world. So I request all of you to take some message from us today. We are an NGO. We have named ourselves Organ Donation Foundation. So it's not that we are a government body. This NGO we formed a few years back. All of us like-minded people, Dr. Viroja, Pavnaben and Mittal Pai is not here, and a few others. And we are just into propagating awareness about organ donation so that we can help more and more patients in the future. Any good work, we should start by remembering Lord Ganesha. You all know he is Vignaharta, and remembering him always gives us success in whatever work we are doing. But today, till the time they set up the PPT, we have Bhavanaben Mandi with us, who was welcomed by our professor. She is mother of a girl, 16-year-old girl, who had actually donated her organs before she left this world. So Radhika was her daughter, and 6 years back she was found diagnosed to have a brain tumor, and she developed brain death. And before going away from this world, she donated her organs. And we have selected today's program, today's date, because today is her birthday, 14th Feb. If she would have been alive today, she would have been 22, 23-year-old young lady and already contributing to this world. But she could not do it. But before she left, she gave life to 5 unknown people whom she never met in her life. Her 2 kidneys went to 2 kidney failure patients. Her liver went to a liver failure patient. All 3 of them are alive and living their life, and happy that Radhika and her parents and her family actually did this noble job before she left this world. And her eyes are also giving vision to 2 more persons. So there are many such incidences which inspire us to keep on helping people right throughout our life and even after that. We have Bhavesh Bhai Jinjuwadia with us, who is also part of our NGO. He had a 2-year-old son who also suffered brain death, and just a 2-year-old kid. Imagine what would be the trauma and shock to the parents, the mother, father, young couple, their first child, and then when they were just seeing the dreams of raising him and giving him good education, and suddenly this tragic incident happens. They lose their son, but before the son leaves this world, he also donates his organs, and now his son is alive in 3 more people, and Bhavesh Bhai also joined us to help others donate receive organs from potential donors. We also have Nitin Bhai Katalia, who is not present today. He is a brother of a liver recipient. So that liver recipient, his own brother, he was suffering from liver failure and he was about to succumb if he did not get a liver in 1 or 2 months. And then someone again in some part of the world, someone suffered a road accident, became brain dead. And the liver of that person was received by Nitin Bhai's brother. And now his brother, Mr. Bipin Ghatalia, is alive and working. So Nitin Bhai has also joined our organization just to propagate this thought. So I would move ahead with what I would be telling all of you is when can we donate organs and how can we donate organs. It's okay if I don't get the PPT, I can move ahead. As I said, we always remember Lord Ganesha whenever we start a good work. But particularly today we have to remember him because that was the first transplant recorded in the history of Earth. Lord Shiva actually, when he accidentally cut the head of his own son who was playing, when Lord Shiva regretted his action and he actually transplanted the head of an elephant on Lord Ganesha. That was the first transplant on Earth. And still, after so many centuries, we are seeing liver transplant, kidney transplant, heart transplant, lung transplant, but medical science has not yet reached the phase where it can actually do a brain transplant. It looks a very distant thing, transplanting a brain. And right now, it is whenever there is someone who is brain dead, then his organs are transplanted to others. So we are not transplanting a brain of one person into another. If you do that in the future, it would be that if I die and my brain is transplanted to another person, then that same body will become Sankal. So that science is very far. Right now we have other organs which we donate. And donation has been a tradition of us Indians and particularly Gujaratis and Kathiawadis. આપણે બધા કાઠિયાવાડના લોકો તો દાન કરવા માટે બહુ ફેમસ છીએ. એટલે આપણે દાન માટે રાજકોટ ને કાઠિયાવાડ ઘણું જાણીતું છે ને કોવિડ વખતે all of us have seen during COVID how many people have helped each other to come out of the crisis. The smallest of donation is earth દાન, કે કોઈને આપણે પૈસાથી મદદ કરીએ, donating money to someone. But if you give earth દાન, then that person remembers for a few days કે આ માણસે મને he had helped me with money. Then he forgets. Andan, when you give food to someone, a hungry person, and you give food, then he would remember for months or weeks that that fellow, when I was hungry, he gave me food. Then beyond that, looking beyond that, Vidya Dan, what our teachers tell us. They train us, they give us knowledge, they give us education, that's Vidya Dan. And we remember our teachers lifelong because they have actually framed our characters. They are the persons who are behind the success which we achieve in our life. Beyond that, Kanyadan. Right? You would never forget someone who has given Kanyadan. You may be the recipient or you may be the Kanya yourself. Because maybe you are, most of the time you are happy, but sometimes you may be regretting કે કેમ કન્યાદાન કર્યું યાર, આ કોની હારે મને ભટકાડી દીધું. So you never forget, but who are remembered for centuries. Karna Raja, if you remember from Mahabharata, he is remembered for centuries because he donated his Kavach Kundal, which was his life. With that Kavach and Kundal, he was almost immortal, but he donated that to Kunti Mata and we still remember him after centuries. Then Dadichi Rishi, if you know, he donated his body to Lord Indra so that Lord Indra would prepare weapons from his body and then kill the asuras or the demons. So we remember them for centuries. So those who donate your body, they are remembered for centuries. Other donations become very small when you compare it with organ donation. Medical field, if you know, we started with blood donations and it's going on since decades. રક્તદાન આપણે દાયકાઓથી જોઈએ છે and that saves many lives. Then eye donation, ચક્ષુદાન, it is also going on since decades, but still the number of eye donations which we get are much less than required. But with the development of medical science now in the 21st century, organ transplant has become very common. And now you can easily transplant a kidney, a liver from one person to another. And now we have so many people who are suffering from kidney failure, liver failure, that we need such organs so that they can be transplanted. So the 21st century is the century of organ donation. Now we are very much aware about blood donation, eye donation. Now organ donation needs to be propagated in the society so that more and more people get the benefit. Your kidney filters the toxins from your body. Your liver is the kitchen of your body. It actually uses the nutrition and provides the nutritive substances to the entire body. Your heart pumps blood, your lung takes in oxygen. So these are all critical organs. And if someone has a disease of these organs, then these important functions of the body stop. That person becomes sick, he becomes a patient, a lung patient, a heart patient, a kidney failure patient. And soon if the function of these organs is not restored, he would actually lose his life. So whenever a person is suffering from an organ failure, he just has a few weeks to a few months of life. A kidney failure patient who is doing dialysis daily, going to a dialysis unit almost every alternate day, spending 4 hours on the machine, going in, coming out, takes his 7 or 8 hours. The cost of dialysis every month is about 30,000-40,000. So a financial burden. Someone accompanies him for dialysis, so that person also is losing his work, not able to do his work, not able to do his earning. So it's a burden on the family, it's a pain for the patient. But if that same person gets kidney from someone, that these pains and burden can be relieved. A liver failure patient, if you've seen someone who is having a liver problem, his tummy is big, lot of fluid in the abdomen, pet full eluoi. He is weak because the liver is the kitchen and he is not able to convert whatever he eats into the nutritive substances which are required in the body. So he also suffers a lot. So this is what a liver patient looks like. This is a kidney patient on the machine. And patients having heart disease, lung disease, they are not able to walk much, they are not able to breathe. A lung failure patient is on ventilator for a long time. A heart failure patient is restricted to bed. And both of them are just waiting for death unless something dramatic happens. So that dramatic could be an organ donation. And if that patient who is suffering gets an organ donation, then he is relieved of the pain, he is relieved of the inconveniences of going to the hospital. The family is relieved of the financial burden, and the health is restored. The person feels normal, he starts working, he starts expecting a normal life. So this is what changes in a person who gets an organ donation. A lot of organs are required in the country. If you see the numbers right now, there are more than 2 lakh patients who are awaiting a kidney donation. There are thousands of patients who are awaiting a liver or heart donation just in India. The numbers abroad are even more. There are so many patients who need a cornea transplant so that they can see the world again. So there is a lot of waiting list on organ donation. And organs we cannot manufacture in our factory. Our factory ma bane nahi liver, kidney, heart. We can manufacture joints, but not organs. So how do these persons get an organ? They can get only if they get a donation from someone. And who would donate? આપણે જીવતા છીએ, while I am alive, I don't want to give away my heart. If I give away my heart, I would die. If I give away my lung, I would not be able to live properly. Of course, I can give one kidney to someone who is very near and dear to me, my wife, my brother, sister, parents. But then otherwise, I want my kidneys so that I can live well. So, an organ donation can be received only from someone who is dead. Kidney and liver failure patients can receive a a kidney from their kids or half of the liver, which is called live donor transplant. But otherwise, most of these kidney and liver failure patients also don't have a kin or a family member who can donate an organ to them. So they are also waiting for someone who dies, right? So a person who can donate organs can actually save the life of so many patients. If someone dies and all his organs are retrieved, 2 lungs, 1 heart, 2 kidneys, liver, intestines, hands, so many organs can be given to so many different patients who are suffering from organ failure. So that's why one donor can actually give life to 5, 7, 8 or even 10 depending on the advances that are there in your country, your region. And so that's how we can fill the gap. There are more than 2 lakhs waiting for a kidney, thousands waiting for a liver. But if there is one organ donor after death who gives these organs, then we can actually quickly reduce the numbers. And there are certain countries in the West, in Europe, who have now no waiting list in kidney failure patients because there have been enough organ donations so far and they have actually made the list 0. So that can happen even in our country. A single donor can donate so many organs and also tissues. You can take his skin and help someone who is having severe burns. You can take his bones and give it to someone who needs a bone grafting. You can take the tissue, you can take the heart valve. So a single donor can give so many organs that dozens of lives can be saved. That's why getting organs donated from appropriate donors is very, very important. And when someone gets such a donation, this is the change it brings to his life. On the left, he is on the dialysis machine. He gets a kidney transplant, some care to prevent infections for a few months, couple of years, and then he can live normally. And these pictures are of a real patient who has received a kidney donation. Now he is living a normal life, looking like a Bollywood or Hollywood hero, right? એટલે આટલો ફરક પડે કોઈને અંગ મળે તો આખી લાઈફ બદલાય છે, જીવન બદલાઈ જાય છે. બ્લડ ડોનેશન કરવાથી લાઈફ મળે છે, ઓર્ગન ડોનેશનથી લાઈફે મળે છે ને આખી લાઈફ સ્ટાઇલ બદલાઈ ગઈ છે, ક્વોલિટી ઓફ લાઈફ બદલાઈ ગઈ. સો ઓર્ગન ડોનેશન ઇઝ it is a magical, I would say. But all cannot donate organs. There are certain situations where you can donate your organs. That situation I will explain to you. But whoever gets that opportunity, he becomes immortal. Currently, Radhika is still living in 5 people. She is immortal. She has not left this world. So that can happen. If you donate organs, you can become immortal and your whole family feels proud that we are family of an organ donor. So that pride, that satisfaction of helping someone goes a long way. Even in your life, if you can, sometimes if you see a child who is crossing a road and you save him from getting hit by a vehicle, you will feel, मैं आनी जिंदगी बचाई. Lifelong you will remember, I saved one child from getting hit by a car or a vehicle. So that, imagine what satisfaction you get if you, for the lifetime you can see that I had a family member whose organs I got donated and we could save so many lives. So that satisfaction you get. So who can donate organ? As I said, a live related donation can happen only in kidney and liver patients. But a cadaver, a dead person, can donate all his organs. And this is what we are creating awareness about. That whenever someone dies, you donate your organs. And how the organs can be donated. This is important for all of you to understand. Whenever a person dies, his heart stops, the body stops getting blood, the body stops getting oxygen, and all the organs start getting damaged. This is called normal cardiac death. After the heart stops, in minutes, the damage to the internal organ starts. So in such a situation, you cannot take the kidney, liver, lungs or heart of these patients because a damaged organ is not good to be transplanted to a recipient who is suffering from a disease. That recipient is undergoing a big surgery, and finally if he learns that he has got a damaged kidney in his body, then the whole efforts go futile. So you cannot transplant organs from a normal cardiac death. You can do it only in brain death. What is brain death? Brain is the most important organ of our body. It controls our body, controls our thoughts, controls our breathing, controls our movement. It is our identity. So if the brain gets damaged and brain dies permanently, the other organs are fine. The heart is still pumping and the brain dead patient is on a ventilator. He cannot breathe himself, but he is in an ICU on ventilator. The ventilator delivers oxygen to his body through the lungs. So his heart is beating, he is getting oxygen, all the organs are getting oxygen. He is brain dead, but his organs are safe. And then in this situation, you can take the internal organs of that person, kidney, liver, lungs, and you can transplant it to someone else. And this is called as cadaver organ donation, and this is what needs awareness in our society. Because there are so many brain dead patients in hospitals who don't donate organs because the relatives, the family members don't agree. They have false hope that this person will survive. He is on ventilator, he is breathing, his heart is beating, so let us wait for his survival. But no, it will not happen. Once he is brain dead, he cannot survive. So these are the potential donors. If they can donate the organs to someone, then they can give life to 5, 7, 8, 10 people. And when does brain death happen? When the disease is in the brain. A head injury due to accident, a brain tumor, a brain hemorrhage, a brain stroke, where the brain is damaged and the other organs are safe. And even after treatment in a hospital on ventilator, when someone comes to the hospital with brain stroke, head injury, the family brings him with the expectation of saving him. But after giving him all the treatment, when doctors confirm that he is brain dead, that's when he can donate organs. So such brain dead patients are always in ICU on ventilator. This is important. You cannot donate organ from home because a person who is having a stroke or hemorrhage, who is lying on a bed at home, he is breathing on his own. So he is not brain dead. He may be comatose, semi-coma, but he is not brain dead. Brain dead patient is someone who cannot breathe, and so he is on ventilator. Then only he can be brain dead, because a brain dead person without ventilator soon, without a breath, without oxygen, soon his heart will also stop within minutes. So always organ donation can happen from hospital on a patient who is on ventilator, and that brain dead condition is actually decided by the doctors who are treating him, not by the family. Sometimes we get families who are so much thoughtful about others that even in absence of brain death, they give us a call, we want to donate organs. Organ આપવા છે અમારે કોમામાં છે અમારા father. But then only if the doctors see that he is brain dead, then only organ donation can happen. So it always happens from the hospital. It cannot happen from home. And brain death is different from coma. Coma is a situation where the brain, some part of the brain is still working. There is a possibility that that patient can recover. So he is in a coma, not a full state. That also we doctors decide to. He is unconscious, he is not brain dead. There is a slim chance or whatever chance that he can become conscious or he can be removed from the ventilator. So that coma is different. Coma patients cannot donate organs, only brain dead patients can donate organs. In brain dead, the brain is permanently and completely damaged. That's why we take the organs. So, internal organs you can donate after brain death. But after a normal cardiac death, you can still donate eyes and skin, because even after the heart stops, because of there is a structure and function in our body that the eyes remain viable for 6 hours, the skin remains viable for up to 6 hours after cardiac death. These people can donate eyes and skin, and that can happen from anywhere, from hospital, from a death at home, anywhere. So if a normal death occurs, you remember, so within 6 hours you can take the eyes and donate to someone. You can take the skin and donate to someone. And only brain dead people in the hospital can donate internal organs. So you cannot donate organs by getting a message on WhatsApp. That WhatsApp message is moving since many years. I would say Sudhir Bhai wants to donate kidneys, he and his wife. B positive blood group, this is the contact number. So that way it cannot happen. It is just a hoax message. You cannot donate organs from home. As I said, the patient should be brain dead on ventilator. And even if someone dies on the way in an ambulance and he reaches the hospital, you cannot donate organs, even within minutes of a cardiac death, because the clock starts counting and the internal organs start getting damaged. But in these situations, eyes and tissue and skin can be donated. Then we don't take organs of a patient who is suffering from infection, from HIV, because we don't want to transmit it to the recipient. So these are the medical situations which doctors decide whether organ donation can happen or not. And there is a long procedure about organ donation which is not simple, and Dr. Viroja will throw light on that. But once a person is brain dead and the relatives agree to give organ donation, then it's a procedure of about 24-36 hours. Scientific protocol, laws involved, maintaining the cadaver body, maintaining the heart and lungs and everything. It is a teamwork, so organ donation cannot happen without a team. Then how you can actually contribute to organ donation? One thing, whenever there is a person who is brain dead in a hospital and doctors tell them that this patient is brain dead, he is not going to survive, then the family are in a shock. They have come to save that person, they have not come to donate organs. So once they come out of the shock, the doctors tell them, okay, there is one possibility now of organ donation. If at that time the family is already aware about organ donation, but there are friends or kins who actually support them and explain to them that organ donation is a good cause, then that family will agree for organ donation, because they are in shock and trauma of losing their family person. They are not in a mode of donating organs. But if you don't explain to them, if you don't take their consent at the right time, then you will lose a potential donor who can save 5, 7, 8, 10 lives. So in this situation, friends and family members of that family can actually convince them, support them, help them, take a part. And creating awareness in the society of brain death and organ donation can help that family take decision. So that is the role of all of us. For the next 50, 60 years you will be living, you may come across situations where there is a brain dead person in a hospital. Doctors have given up, they are saying he cannot survive. Doctors have also offered organ donation, the family is not in a mood to donate the organs. They are still thinking, and you can then go and tell them, help them, like Bhavna Ben is doing, Bhavesh Bhai is doing. They are our workers who are not doctors, who are not paramedics. But whenever there is a potential organ donor in any of the hospital, they go and meet the family and do their counseling and support them. And then there is this live example in front of the family, a mother of someone who has donated organ, father of someone who has donated organ. So that way it becomes easy. But having a knowledge, being a paramedic, being a physiotherapist, a pharmacist, if you have this knowledge, then you will be one of the persons to whom your family and friends would be looking up to. Your family may not be having any doctor, but you are a physiotherapist. If you know that this is the situation and this is very critical, then you can convince the family. You can spread the word in your friends, you can spread the word in the society that organ donation is a noble cause. So that's how we all can play a part. Finally, it's the hospital team which takes the organs and transplant the patient. But it is the society which helps, supports the hospital, the family member during this process. So that's how every one of us need to have basic knowledge about organ donation. There are so many misunderstandings in organ donation in our society related to religion, related to some misbeliefs about financial transactions and all. These have to be removed from the minds of the donor. Go through these slides right now. This is one of the landmark incidences that happened in Rajkot in 2015. From 2006 to 2015, in 10 years, we could just manage 20 organ donations in Rajkot. But then there was this lady from a remote village in Junagadh. She was pregnant 6 months, and suddenly she developed a brain hemorrhage. From the village, they went to Junagadh, where the neurosurgeon operated. He said, now she is not doing good, you go to Rajkot. They got admitted under my care. We did the test and decided she is brain dead. The fetus, the child was also dead in the womb. So it was like we declared brain dead to the family, and they were from a very small village. I never expected that they would agree for a donation, because they were all apparently illiterate, but they were very wise. And they accepted the death of the lady, the husband, the brother of the lady, and they gave consent for organ donation, and we could do this donation. She saved the life of 3 people, 2 kidneys and 1 liver. And the media, her name was Varshaben Dosaria. The media highlighted her incidents very well in Rajkot. And with this media support, there was a little spark in the awareness about organ donation in our society. And since then, we have been going strong. And in the last 6 or 7 years, we could do 85 more donations. So that's the difference that media awareness, public awareness can make. She was the landmark incident which actually gave us a trigger or a push in our organ donation activity. She is a 14-month-old girl who developed head injury on the day of Raksha Bandhan. She had gone to tie Rakhi to her brothers, her cousins, and she became brain dead by the time she reached the hospital. And just a 14-month-old girl, and the family agreed to give organ donation. So even small kids can donate organs. That's why I put her example here. It's not that age is no bar. It's just that we assess the organs. Okay? 2-year-old or 20-year-old or 70-year-old. If the condition of kidney is good, we take the kidneys. Heart or lung may not be good, but still kidneys can save 2 lives. If the condition of heart is good, kidney may not be good, we take the heart. If all the organs are good, we take all the organs. There are children who are sick, suffering from kidney failure, lung disease, heart disease. So any age can donate organs. So age is never a bar, this you should remember. And doctors decide which organs can be donated. This is an example of a pathologist from Ahmedabad, professor who died of a brain hemorrhage, and he donated his organs. The family took a great decision. He is the father of this doctor lady, she is practicing in Junagadh. Son-in-law also is a critical care specialist in Junagadh. He also developed brain death and they also donated organs. So doctors are upfront in donating organs of their kings because they know now the entire society should donate organs. We should work in such a way in our life that no potential organ donor goes away without donation, because that's the way where we can save 5, 6, 7 lives. Believe me, when I am seeing a brain dead patient, I become more vigilant in treating him, because I know now he is not one patient, he is 7 patients. So that 7 patients should get justice, they should get an organ. They are suffering somewhere, undergoing dialysis, hospitalized somewhere on ventilator, and they are waiting for an organ, and you can actually help them. There was an incident in Mumbai. We do these seminars quite frequently, and one person who had attended this seminar, he had gone for a marriage to Mumbai 4 or 5 years back. And there the host, the lady whose daughter was getting married, that lady developed brain hemorrhage, got admitted at Kokilaben Ambani. They tried to save her, but she didn't do well. She was on ventilator, and the doctor said now she cannot be survived. So that person called me up. Okay, this is the situation. Can we donate the organs of this lady? Like he told me you were saying about brain hemorrhage. So I talked with the doctor at Kokilaben Ambani. He said yes, she is brain dead. And then we motivated the family to donate organs. And then she donated the organs there. So, and someone from Mumbai, Nagpur, Pune got her organs. So imagine, just a little awareness and you can make a difference far away. It's not that you will make a difference only in Rajkot where you are staying. So you should be aware, you should be always ready to help others. You can pledge for donating organs when you take your license. There is a column when you fill the form. You can say, yes, I want to be an organ donor. If you die as a cardiac death, donate your eyes, skin. If you die brain death, if you are lucky, I would say not unlucky. Dying is unlucky, but dying by brain death is lucky. You get an opportunity to stay alive in others. So if you suffer brain death, you donate your own organs. But while you are alive, living a healthy life, 50 years, earning, make others donate organs. That should be your purpose. Our purpose is not that we donate our own organs. No, we propagate the message and make others donate organs. That's how we can serve the society. This is a card which we have. You can keep it in your wallet just to convey that I am an organ donor. But remember, the chances that you will donate your organs is much less than the chances that you will need an organ. While you are alive, you may get kidney failure, you can get liver failure, you can get heart failure. Chance is more. Being brain dead, it would be like 1 in 10,000 deaths are brain dead. But so many people are suffering from disease. So donating organ is a rarity. You should never miss that opportunity in your life. This is our slogan, Jeevta Raktdan. While you are alive, do blood donation. After death, do eye donation, skin donation, Mrityu baad Chaksudan and Tvachadan. If you become brain dead, anyone becomes brain dead, then don't forget to do Angdan. Even our PM Narendra Modi ji is always supporting organ donation. He has also mentioned this, discussed this in his Mann Ki Baat a few years back. And there is a lot of motivation from the central government about increasing organ donation. You can spread the message of organ donation by taking such selfies with our standees and with our placards. You can share it on your social media. People should see that you are also aware about organ donation and you are propagating it. The message will spread fast and more people would agree to donate organs if there is someone brain dead in their family. Even your small punchlines on WhatsApp and messages where you are cracking so many jokes, you can also share this message. Angdan to karvanu છે, right? Chobaka angdan to karvanu. So this way, with some humor, with some punch, you can spread the message. But don't spread this message this way. You may be very much motivated today. Okay, I want to donate organs. Let's drive my bike on the road. Let's crash into a bus and then I will donate organs. No, you have to live your life. You have to do a lot of good things in your life. You have to make 50 persons donate their organs in your lifetime. Then you will be doing good to the society. And we should pray to God. We should thank God that we are healthy. We are not suffering from any illness right now. If someone of you knows someone in your family or friends who is suffering from a kidney failure or heart problem, you would be knowing how bad condition they are living, right? Thank you very much for patient listening. We will have questions later. Now I invite Dr. Divyesh Viroja. I have explained to you who can donate organs, how, when, but the process is also important to be learned. And what activities can be done for organ donation, he will give a description of that.
Good afternoon. I think બધાની બસ જતી રહેતી લાગે છે. I will try to complete it within 10-15 minutes. So please wait if possible. Have you seen this picture? સુઈ ગયા લાગો છો બધા? આવા ડાયાલિસિસ વાળા પેશન્ટને જોયા છે કોઈએ? બીક લાગે કે નહીં? કે આવું ન કરવું પડે તો સારું, બરાબર ને? ડાયાલિસિસ સાહેબે કહ્યું એ પ્રમાણે અઠવાડિયામાં 2 થી 3 વખત કરવું પડે, હેરાન થવું પડે. અને આ ડેટા પ્રમાણે લગભગ 250 જેટલા લોકો દરરોજ મૃત્યુ પામે છે ડાયાલિસિસ દ્વારા. એના માટેનો બેસ્ટ ટ્રીટમેન્ટ, because usually we take lectures in general public, so sorry for preparing the slides in Gujarati also. Best treatment for kidney failure is kidney transplant, as you all know, but for that we require donor. We can donate to our near relatives, as Dr. Sankalp Vanjara has said, and this, if there is no donor in your relatives, if there is no any tissue matching or blood group matching, and he has also explained that if patient require heart failure, lung or hand or eyes, we cannot do the live related donors. So for that, only single option is cadaveric organ donation. And for cadaveric organ donation, he has explained that how, in which condition we can donate the organs. So for once patient is declared brain dead by the consultant, we are having the process, a little bit lengthy process, but once if you complete it, you will feel a very good experience and you will satisfied very much in your life. So we have to take the consent. 3 C's you have to consent of the relatives. Second C is confirmation. We have to confirm that whether patient is really brain dead or not. For that we have to complete the test by neurophysician, neurosurgeon, physicians, anesthetists and hospital medical person, administrator within 6 hours apart, 2 times. So once we are confirmed that he is brain dead, then we can proceed for the further things. And that, as Dr. Vanjara has also said, that he is become more vigilant when there is brain dead patient, because that cadaver is having lot of disturbances for specifically electrolyte, blood pressure, ventilatory support is required, and that is to be taken care by critical care team. So these 3 is the starting of cadaver organ donation. Then comes the 3 P's. First is permission. We have taken the consent of the donor's relative, but we have to take the legal permission from the government, and because there is a lot of restriction and lot of observation, strict rules are there. So this permission from the government. Then priority. Who will get the organ? There is central list is there for cardiac, liver, heart, for kidneys and other organs. So after that, that will require blood and tissue matching, and according to the critical scoring of the individual organ, they will be allocated the organ for the transplant. Then preparation at multiple places. First is at the harvesting site. If we are having organ brain dead patient over in Rajkot, we have to prepare for perfusion solution, cold points, sterilize, etc. We have to have surgeon, anesthetists, operation theatre, assistant and nursing staff that will require for the harvesting surgery at our place. And at the transplant place, that will be at remote places, wherever the recipient is there. They have to prepare for the kidney, heart, liver, lung, and patients are there. They will have to take the pre-op fitness. If patient is going to for surgery, they will require blood products, immunosuppression, medicine. As you all are aware that they will require some blood at the time of surgery. They will require specific immunosuppression medicine that has to be procured and to be start immediately after the pre-op fitness. And if patient is going to get a kidney transplant, then they will require dialysis also. So multiple points at multiple hospitals, this preparation starts when we start the trigger. And trigger is through government. So this is the legal thing. SOTO is state organization, ROTO is our regional waste zone, and NOTO is our national organization for tissue and organ transplantation. So once we get the call from the ICU that this patient is having brain dead, we confirm the brain dead and we inform the SOTO. The SOTO people will give the trigger to all the transplant centers where these recipients are there. And if there is no appropriate recipient in that SOTO, then that trigger will go to ROTO, means our West Zone region of the India. And if there is no any appropriate donor, an appropriate recipient in our West Zone, that can be shared in the whole country. So not a single organ, because we know that organs are valuable. So not a single organ should be wasted, and we are having this very good coordination team in our country. The police department is also to be involved for medical legal cases for their permission and post-mortem, as well as they also require for green corridor, because kidneys and livers are having a little bit more time, so we can transfer the organs by road also. But if we are going to donate the heart or lung or such type of vital organs which are having very low margin, like 4 to 4.5 hours, so in that case we have to arrange for air ambulance also and green corridor. So for air ambulance we have to coordinate with the airport authority, green corridor with the local and at the transplant center. And this is coordination is done by our transplant coordinators. So each and every hospital, transplant hospital, is having transplant coordinators, and it is a very satisfying job. You may get job over there also in your future, and you may get your career as a transplant coordinator also. Social workers and NGOs like our NGO, we can help for management of the for maintaining this coordination between government, airport authority, police department, and especially for the social help to the relatives of the donor. That is the most important thing, and that is to be done by our social worker and NGO. Hospital management is also required to give the permission and emergency medicine and everything. And media people are required for spreading the awareness. And all this work will require around 24 to sometimes it takes 36 hours also. And then we get the satisfaction of donating all these organs, and we can save the lives of by our great teamwork. Now, how our organization has come in exist. So we have started organ donation in 2006, but this is 16-year-old girl Radhika, his mother is given the permission for organ donation, and once after 1 year of her organ donation, they have given a program for public awareness and for Shraddhanjali, and at that time they have prepared a very big program for the general public, and she was ready to help us whenever it is required. And now at that time she has joined our team. Till there our doctors team were there, and other social workers were not with us, and she has started the thing as work as a social worker. Another man is Mr. Nitin Bhai. He was there, and he in the function, he was the anchor in the function of Radhika's awareness program, and from there he got the inspiration that I should work as a this social worker, and he joined with us. After he joined with us, due to some reason, his brother got liver failure, and he registered. His brother was registered in the organ donation, organ transplant list at Ahmedabad Civil Hospital. And luckily, from this type of organ donation from Bhavnagar, he got the liver, and he is working normally till now. And after that incident, he has given a very big boost to our program, and we have called around by that time 50 organ donation were done, and he has given a good program, and we have given the we have called Dr. Pranjal Modi. He is the key person for organ transplantation from IKDRC Ahmedabad, and we have felicitated the relatives of the organ donors, all the 50 organ donors at that time. So Gatalia Parivar with us. After that, Mr. Mittal Khetani He is also a social worker. Dr. Tejas Karamta is also our critical care physician. Mr. R.K. Jain and his son, Mr. Vikram Bhai, is also there with us. One by one, they are joining with us, and we form a organization, NGO, that is known as Organ Donation Foundation, and for giving the gift of life to the needy patient. And even after that, Nanakaro Vediche, his father has donated, his father and mother, Mr. Bhavesh Bhai, and his wife is also now with us for creating the awareness at various places. And what we are doing, we are going to the hospital where organ brain dead patient is there. We facilitate the organ donation and coordinate the thing. Once the donation is over, we goes to the family and we felicitate them, and some programs also we are calling the these donors relatives for felicitation of their this great decision. Marwadi University has also given such type of program previously also, and this is previous programs photographs. Various colleges are there because we usually target the young things, future of our nation or our world. Where such type of programs, this is one program at RK University, this is at Gitanjali College, this is at Mila College, this is at one program we have done at Morbi, where we have to give the two programs at the same times. And this type of the seminars we are doing at small groups also. This is at Kodaldam, this is at small society groups. This is like various functions, small parties and functions are there. We go there and we give our talk whatever time they give to us. This is again a Dhwaj. This is one college is there. This is one function at Ahmedabad. So we are giving it everywhere. This organ donation awareness programs. We have given we made a selfie point at our Rajkot marathon, and at that time also a great awareness was spread. And media, yes, media is also giving a good mileage because we can reach up to the masses by the media only. So this type of media presentation also they are giving the importance to the organ donation, usually in front page. Government is also very proactive for that. Even as Dr. Sankar Banjara has said that we have our Prime Minister has given one full talk on Man Ki Baat a few years back regarding organ donation. Our previous Prime Minister, Mr. Vijay Bhai, has also taken the pledge, and our NGO has been felicitated by Vijay Bhai as well as Upendra Bhai, our CMs, and this way they are giving the encouragement to us. And we have started the organ donation in 2006. Till now we have given, we have helped for 104 organ donation, and out of them 190 kidney transplant has been done. And if you see the liver, first liver transplant was done, organ donation was done in January 2009, and till date from this donors we have able to transplant 84 liver transplants, 3 cardiac heart transplants, and last month we have able to do the first lung transplant from our city also. And we have been happy to say that we are facilitated 360 eye donation also, and many skin, because the sir was telling that skin bank was not at that time possible. but now skin bank is also working in our city. So around 15 skin donation has been done from our with the help of our organization. We have made a small documentary, Divya Dan, which will be played if time permits. And as Sankalp has said, we have to even explain the society that sometimes they feel that after the death they are donating the body and they can donate the organs from that body, but it is not possible. Cardiac death will not, you cannot take the organs for the transplantation. Some myth are that if you donate the organ, you will not get that organ in your next life. In some religious myth is there, but we should clear that it is not true, because sometimes your kidney is in very stone disease and we require removal. If kidney is damaged, we easily removed it. At that time we are not thinking that next day and next birth will not get the kidney or next birth. So we have to create awareness for such type of myths. Some are telling that hospitals and doctors are getting money from this organ donation, but this is completely governed by the government, and there is not a single rupee charges has been taken from the recipient or doctors, from the donors, or for this organ donation. And not all the doctors and hospitals are also giving their free service. Nobody will get money from that. So it should be clear to all the people. And donor family cannot decide who will be the donor, because otherwise there may be chances of some money transaction. So that will be only by the government rule, according to the waiting list of the SOTO or ROTO or NOTO. And at any age we can donate the organ from. We have seen the kids donating organ, and we have 89-year female. We have also donated the organ. So don't take your organs to the heaven, because heaven knows we need them here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As we are running short of time, we all have buses. I have discussion with the team. So we are skipping question answer session. The last 2 minutes, I would like to invite Bhavna Ben for telling her story or what she has contributed to society, and then we will conclude the session. Please, madam. Bhavna Ben. I request medical team please to come on the dais. I request Naresh Jadeja sir, please come on the dais.
आप लोग हिंदी समझ पाएंगे? मैं मारवाड़ी यूनिवर्सिटी की सभी संचालकों हृदय से आभार मानती हूँ। आप अपने पेरेंट्स का भी आभार मानिए, क्योंकि आपको मारवाड़ी यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ने का चांस मिला है, जहाँ से आपको खाली अभ्यास नहीं, मानवता का भी पाठ पढ़ाया जाता है। ये आपकी सिलेबस के बाहर की बात है। आप भले ही तबीब क्षेत्र में हो, लेकिन कहीं भी आपको ब्रेन डेड केस मिलेगा तो इस जानकारी से कहीं आप कोई ऑर्गन डोनेशन करने की आप उसको सूची करेंगे। मेरी लड़की 16 साल की थी, राधिका, उसका आज जन्मदिन है और उसकी जन्म जयंती के अनुसार ही आज ही यहाँ प्रोग्राम रखा है। उसको भी पढ़ने का, ऊँचे उड़ान करने का मौका वो ढूंढ रही थी, लेकिन उसके नसीब में ऑर्गन डोनेशन। आप सभी हमें यहाँ पर बुलाकर ये ऑर्गन डोनेशन की अनुमति प्रदान करने का मौका दिया, उसके लिए मैं आपके सारे प्रजापत को और आप सबको हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ।
Thank you, madam. She is mother of Radhika Mandli. What we see in our slideshow, that she donated her organs at the age of 14 years. Now I would like to request Vanjara sir for this pledge of organ donation. Please sir.
Thank you everyone who stayed here. I hope all of you must have got the message. I am sure all of you would be doing great work in the future, and some other day some of you may become some minister or a big government job holder. And at that time also you will be taking pledge like all the ministers and chief ministers do. The same way we are today taking a pledge of promoting organ donation. So you must have seen on TV how the pledge is taken. We all will keep our hands in the front. And once I start the pledge, after the word I, all of you should take your hand. Like I would say I something. So similarly you should take your hand. And then we should follow the words which I speak so that we can complete our pledge. I today on this day take a pledge that throughout my life I would promote blood donation and I would do blood donation myself. I would promote eyes and skin donation after death. And whenever in the future I come across someone who is brain dead,
I come across anyone who is brain dead.
I will support and push the family
I will support and push the family
to do organ donation.
to do organ donation.
And throughout my life,
Throughout my life,
I will spread awareness about
I will spread awareness about
organ donation.